Howdy partners, welcome to another CNB Minecraft tutorial. Today, hidden stairs. Not too worried about these are pretty self-explanatory. Most of you are going to get that straight away, so I'm not going to go through how to build these. You can check them out in the save file if you so wish. Just some ideas I had really. What we're interested in are these little fellas. 100% hidden, downward staircases. Now, normally they look like that. So, I had a little look around. I wasn't convinced, so I've come up with my own, which operates a bit like that. As you can see, these are just little bare-bone examples of how the mechanism works. A bit more complicated than what we've done before. However, all the principles are the same. I'm going to do it in a couple of stages. Be a piece of cake. So, shouldn't be a problem at all. This is just a little example of how it's going to look once installed. Bit like that. So, leads to whatever you want. Stash, house, etc. Even with cheeky retractable lights. So, stay tuned, we're going to go through it. Okay. How we are going to do this. I'm going to start with covering this, the input circuit here, which some of you might notice is actually the block swapper circuit that I came up with in our retractable lighting tutorial, which actually does exactly that. It's going to swap this stair with that block there, so a bit like that. We're going to do that first, and that's including the whole block swapper mechanism here. Then, step 2, we're going to do the rest of it, basically, which is slightly less complicated, just slightly bigger build. So, should be absolutely fine. And I'll give you an example of how you'd build it into the ground, which actually just looks a little bit like that. So we use that as reference as well. Right. The CNB block swapper circuit. This is our input for both sides. So it's pretty important. It looks a bit like this. Like I say, it featured on my retractable lighting video, so you can use that as reference if need be, but I will go through it now. The only thing really to note is just where the repeaters are facing, and then timings, which we're going to do now. So that's it, that's how it looks. The timings are the most important part, so we've got 2 ticks on these here. Full, 1, 1, 1, and then actually we had a repeater on the end here with 1 tick on both those repeaters we just added in. So there's 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So let's just go through that again quickly. So 2 ticks here, 2 ticks there. 3, i.e. full on both of these, 1 tick on this, 1 tick on that, 1 tick there, and then same for these, so 1 on those as well. And that is your block swapper circuit done. Now we'll just add the actual pistons, etc. in. So starting from 1 to the left of this repeater, you're going to do 3, 4, and then the same on this side, just facing it. So from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to add piston there, and a piston there. So that's... oh, we just got to put some power in the back of that, like that. Same on this side. No delay on either of those repeaters we just put in there. So this is now our first block swapper. well, it's the only block swapper, but it's our first bit of the circuits. What this does is it pulls the floor away from where you're standing, in front of where you're standing, and then replaces it with that stair. It should look a bit like that. There we go. So yeah, that is stage 1 done. Pretty simple, to be honest. As long as you get that circuit right, everything else is going to work absolutely fine. Now, part 2, stage 2. We've done our block swapper. So now we've just got to add the second half, the rest of the system, which goes a little bit like this. We're going to do 2x2 there, coming off here into there. Now that was actually like that. So yeah, you've got a 2x2, and then you're going to run a wire into that like that in there. So you're picking up power from the left side of the circuit, which goes into this block, which is coming under here into that, which is powering these two. They are full delay, those repeaters. Explain that in a second. Now we're going to have 4 pistons with 2 like that facing up, and these are going to push them out onto these, which then are going to extend with a block like that, which is going to form our floor, our extended floor. So now you can cover that up. You don't need to go back under there and put repeaters in like that. So it's 1, 1, and then 2 repeaters going to this last one, just for timings. So as you can see, these have now, because they're getting power, they've been pushed out. They're getting powered by those repeaters in there, which then push these blocks up, which is our floor. So we need specific timings on these, just as a little note there. So that's 2 full, and then 1, and this first one you can leave. They're quite important, like I say. Got to get your timings right. So what will happen now is the pistons will come down and then get pulled in or pushed in, depending. Now this one gets pushed in, but we haven't built the pistons on this side yet to push it in, so it's not broken if that happens. So that's that. Now we need to add another couple of sets of pistons, which will look like this. So you need pistons stretching 5 blocks basically. So this is our 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can have blocks on top, and then we're just powering them from the back like that. The timing for these: full, full, and then 2, and then 3. So they're just progressively getting 1 tick longer as you go. For these 6 here, this is slightly different, but so that is your entire left side done. So now if I power that, you'll see these 3 come up and these 2 don't, and the reason for that is because they're not receiving power. These 2 that have been pushed out aren't receiving power from anywhere, which is going to come from this side of the system, which we're going to build now. So that's that done. Left side finished. So right side goes a bit like this: 3 blocks, 2 blocks, piston, piston, and then block in front, block in front. You can add your stairs in. So the stairs, the first set of stairs goes in line with this one, same level, and then that one's below, because obviously this one here actually ends up there, so that, yeah, otherwise it would be too low. Now powering these again, repeaters, link them up, and then these go onto full delay this side, and that is it. So now we've got full stair action going on, up and down. and then when we power the other side, these blocks come out. Now, so like I was saying before, these have not received power yet, and the way we do that is we've got a wall there, 2 repeaters, and redstone like that, and then we have to put a NOT gate in here which inverts the signal. So whenever this side is off, this will be on, which powers these, which powers that. So this little area here is then essentially in the same sort of output as this. So when this is on, this will also be on, but then when that is off, this will also be off because of this inverter gate there. So that now powers that. So you've basically got a complete system there. So it's not as complicated as it might seem. So stairs, all good. And then just check that we're okay. And then so it rebuilds all 5 blocks into the floor. So if you were to cover it up, just to sort of see how it works, covered it up there, and then might as well add that on. And that. So you turn it on, that block swaps, pushes up, and then pushes this to the side, down, and obviously this is all as well. So the reason I put, if I show you, the reason I put these blocks in here rather than them just being stairs and moving the pistons forwards is because I just feel like I don't want to see the top of the piston through the stairs, so I've just put those blocks there to keep it nice and neat, which is what we're always aiming for. So yeah, as you come down here, you can't see the sticky piston sort of in this little corner there. Obviously you can see these pistons, but there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. To get rid of those, you would have to extend the system massively. So yeah, that is it. That's how to build it. Now, implementing it like this just involves digging I believe it's 10 by 11 square, and then digging down 3 blocks, and that will fit everything in. Obviously, you've got to wire in your switches and inputs. Now, as before with anything else that we've done, we've always had a look at how to put T flip-flops in if you want to use a button rather than a lever to toggle the system. Not going to get into that now. As per usual, you can check the tutorial out for that. But yeah, wiring in buttons. Obviously, your input is here at the beginning of this circuit, the block swapper. So this is your input. So if I show you on what we've just built, it's where this lever is. So wherever you want to put your button, you're going to have to lead a line into it, and then put your lever on the end of that. Or if it's a button, you're going to have to build a T flip-flop in between to toggle the state on and off from the button, which we've covered, like I say, before. So yeah, that's that really. Before I go, I'm just going to leave you with some slow-mo shots so you can see each side getting powered off and then on. So obviously the concept is, I'll show you. So this side's on, then when you flick the switch it turns off, pulls all these in, and then it swaps over to this side, which then pushes the stairs out. So that, that's the really kind of simple logic behind it. So I'll just leave you some slow-mo shots, and cheers for watching.